Off we go from Denver. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
In motion left is Wilson. On first down, right back to Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 36, Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He's got the hook up here to Caldwell. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a first down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Touchdown, Broncos. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. He finds Corey Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Wilson will throw again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action now. Wilson. Hauled in here, Caldwell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's completed to Caldwell. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again is Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this 1st half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Caldwell's got it over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Wilson.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from the defender.
Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have moved out in front.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
From the 27, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Caldwell. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Hamler now on the return.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
John Franklin Myers, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 58 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
There he goes, right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Now Wilson. And that's complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Wilson wants to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope that the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.